and welcome to another episode of the Afterschool Anime Club. My name's Max Newland. I'm one of the chapter co-presidents here at Anime Club. And with me today, as always, are two of my very best friends. She isn't the real Sasami. She's Stevie Matos.
Hello!
Hi. And he was much cuter as a baby. It's Max Costre.
You always make them so true.
And on top of that, yet again, for the fourth time in a row, we have a special guest in the Anime Club. They are the host of the Hyperfixation, a podcast on the Moonshot Network that I was just featured on last week. It's Roma.
Hello,
Roma!
it's Romy Baloney. I'm here to talk about the phonies on this show. Not
Hey.
the phonies in the anime, not the show.
Okay.
It
All right.
rhymed.
Welcome.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. No, I'm
It's
glad you
cool.
came
Nope.
out.
We're a
I'm
bunch
glad
of
you got
fucking
in.
frauds. We're a bunch of fucking frauds. You're good.
No.
You're good.
It's funny enough for Anime Club.
Yay.
There
Yay.
you are.
Oh, man. We're back. We're back in the saddle. We're watching Tenchi Muyo.
It's January for real now.
It's January for real?
Did anybody not have, or did anybody have Monday off and now you're all fucked by like a week?
That's
That's
me.
Yeah.
me, baby.
I'm super
Yeah.
fucked. Like,
It's a weird one.
I looked up and I was like, checking the Discord because I was, antagonizing y'all about listening to the last couple episodes. And I went, it's Wednesday because I thought it was Tuesday all fucking day.
It's a Wednesday.
And I was gonna fucking.
It's a
fuck
new
up
year.
and-
We have to get back to time existing.
Yo, that was bullshit. That was
Which-
Time?
You know,
Real?
Cassie and me, we've been on a history kick lately. Did you know they used to really take 12 days off on Christmas?
Wow.
Like 12 whole ass
12
days. We
days
wouldn't
of
be going,
PTO?
Everybody?
everybody, we wouldn't be going back to work until tomorrow,
Oh,
Bruh.
you know? And tonight would be like the big party. You know what I'm saying? Like
would this be Golden Rings party?
No, this would be 12th night, like in Shakespeare.
hmm.
Who's nose goes, I call Mariah.
Oh, fuck. Damn it.
I'm
You just put your
Mariah.
finger on your nose. You didn't even tell me. We're making time here. I want to center things. It was a weird one,
Yeah.
This is it
This
was a weird
was-
one. This one's gonna be a
Oh.
weird one.
and this
everybody.
is the Tenchi.
These
This is
are
the Tenchi guy
weird.
telling you right now. This was a weird one.
This was what
copying
this
to
was
that.
wackadoo.
You know,
Woo.
like, and those, like, have you guys seen the anime, oh no! Why does the title
Uh-oh.
escape me? Kaguya-sama Love is War. Have you seen season 2 of that?
I have
No.
seen not season
No.
2. I've seen a bit of it though.
Okay, well then backtracking. You know how there's like a student council person who's in charge of like making sure everything's like rules, regulations, like
Oh, Sergeant
Yeah.
at Arms. I was that in college. Yeah.
yeah, that's why I'm here today. These 2 episodes have been outrageous, and I'm here to make
Oh.
sure everybody
It's a crackdown, everybody.
Yeah.
Oh
We
boy.
couldn't get away with it forever. Hey, seriously though, if you showed these 2 episodes in a school, you'd be in trouble.
Yeah,
You would lose your
go
job
to
if you worked
jail.
at that school. You
Like
would
the
go to
faculty
jail.
advisor might be legitimately in trouble for our anime club.
Our parents are being called, man.
Yeah.
Truly, absolutely. We saw tops and we saw bottoms, and then the content was just like
We saw
all
number
over-
1 and 2.
and
We
two.
saw fluids.
Absolutely,
Man.
people got unintentional golden showers left and right. Like it was just like, bro, it was a lot.
Let me tell you,
It was a lot.
these 2 episodes much shorter in the Toonami broadcast.
Yeah, because they couldn't
we
show
gotta
half
jig
of
that
the
out.
fucking episode. They couldn't show half of the fucking episode. Oh my god.
It's just extra commercials. It's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing I thought was, I was like, you can't just be showing babies' bottoms like that. You can't be showing babies' entire bottom halves.
Well,
Where's the baby's consent?
the 90s was a dangerous time for children. It was a tough time to be a kid, you know? There
Razor
was
blades and Snickers bars and stuff.
Stranger Danger. You had to go
Yeah.
to Dare. All the TV
Yeah.
shows had weird PSAs at the end of them about how to be safe.
They did,
They did.
actually.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's almost like that's like something that happened a lot on television, and I made a game out of it. What do you think?
Oh
Oh, fuck.
no! Oh, it snuck up on us.
Well, put your helmets and seatbelts on because we're playing a game called Safety First.
Nope. I
Roma,
refuse. I
apparently
refuse
we've
to be
won the
safe.
cash cab also.
Hold on, I realize that it's making me turn really funky colors with this fucking webcam I
Oh,
found in the
no.
drawer.
Okay, so safety first is the name of the game. The 90s was a
Oh,
chaotic
God.
time to be a child. Thank God we had role models like Sailor Moon, G.I. Joe, and Sonic the Hedgehog. These iconic shows ran quick safety alerts at the end of each episode, each of which was given a production name that summarized its subject. I will read these production names. You tell me which one belongs to which TV show. And we
Okay.
each have a job. Stevie,
No.
you're to pick. You will be picking out which of these is a Sailor Moon safety tagline.
Okay.
Roma, it's your
Mhm.
job to tell me which one is a Sonic the Hedgehog safety timeline.
I'm
Safety
on it.
line. And Max, you're on G.I. Joe duty.
Oh no.
I'll give you all
Do
a
the
set
joke
of 3.
ones I watched in high school count?
Absolutely.
Maybe.
Will that knowledge come in handy?
I hope so. So the way it'll work is I will give you a set of 3, and then when the time comes, I will ask all 3 of you to reveal which one you thought belongs to your team.
Okay.
So no
Okay.
conversation between the 3 of you about it.
How you gonna know if we conversate with each other
Well,
if we message
you'll
each other
probably
directly?
conversate a little bit, but not.
Yeah.
Don't coordinate.
We're gonna be coy.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
be cool. Okay, do you guys feel like
Oh.
you get it? Does it all feel
I
pretty
mean,
clear?
like, I'll
Same.
do my best. I'll do my best.
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna vibe check the whole way.
I am not gonna get Employee of the Month. I'm not getting that.
your first set of 3 is right here.
Oh boy.
1, old people are hard to deal with.
Okay.
Two.
Oh no.
Okay.
2, caution with sharp objects. And 3, running away isn't the answer. I'll prompt you to reveal your choice
Okay.
when everybody has figured it out, or when they think they figured it out.
Okay. Wait, we have to guess which one is for ours because one of them is
Yes.
for each of. Okay, so we have to guess which
Yeah,
one is
okay.
ours.
I think I've got my answer.
I
I got my
think I've
answer.
got my answer, but I don't want to
Okay.
go first, so I can use powers of deduction.
All right. Roma, which of those 3 is the Sonic the Hedgehog slogan?
Well, obviously you got to go fast. So the last one is
Running
mine.
away isn't the answer. Okay,
Huh.
Wait,
Matt.
what?
Sorry.
Running away is always the answer.
Running away is not the answer, is the answer.
Max, which of these was G.I. Joe?
I went with sharp objects
Okay.
because I think that's the target audience.
Okay. And
Oh,
Stevie,
yes.
how about you?
Old people are hard is definitely Sailor Moon. That's some Usagi ass shit right there. That is
Wow,
some
all
Usagi
right.
ass shit.
So Stevie gets the point. She's the only one who is correct in this round.
Oh
What?
shit.
Hell
Sonic the
yeah.
Hedgehog said caution with sharp objects. G.I. Joe said running away isn't the answer.
I forgot that hedgehogs are pointy.
They're pointy.
Dang. Ooh, that was a tough
Oh.
one. That was good. Okay.
Old people
You
were
got
hard.
me.
I was like Sailor Moon.
That was Sailor Moon. You got that. You honed in immediately on what would Usagi say.
Yes. And I was just like, Sailor says old people are hard. I was like, yep.
Yeah.
She sure the fuck would.
In the
way
name
they-
of the moon, go back to the retirement home.
I mean, the way that those deep dubs are edited, it had to be old people are hard. Like,
It
what
had
do
to
you
be.
mean?
So, Newland, real quick, a little bit of context. You said these are the production names for
Yeah.
these shorts, which means this is what the studio called them essentially internally.
Mhm. Yep.
Okay, just a little bit of extra context. I want to make that very
So
clear that was
good.
probably typed out on a work document
It
somewhere.
was, yes. Yes. Somebody's Excel file says old people are hard to deal with.
Old people are hard to deal with is on my resume.
Right. Oh, it sure the fuck.
Okay, we got number 2 coming at you here. So we
Okay.
got another set
Okay.
of 3
got
here.
this.
Number 1,
Oof, okay.
don't do what a stranger says. Number 2, daydreaming is rad. Number 3, how to escape a house fire.
No way.
Oh God, I can't breathe.
I know my answer.
Can you read those for me just
Yeah.
one more
Yes.
time?
Yeah. Okay, number 1, don't do what a stranger says.
Okay.
Number 2, daydreaming is rad.
Okay.
Number 3, how to escape a house fire. Are we ready? Do we think we know?
I am
I
ready.
mean, yeah, I guess so. Gotta be.
I hope
Okay.
so.
Stevie?
I want to say don't do what a stranger says is
Okay.
Sailor Moon.
All right. And Roma?
Daydreaming is rad.
Yeah.
It sounds like a
Okay.
Sonic thing,
It's very
honestly.
Sonic. It sounds very Sonic, yeah.
And Max?
I was joking about these helping me out, but is it how to escape from a house fire?
No points this round.
Wow.
No points this round.
I was so confident.
Daydreaming is rad with Sailor Moon. How to escape a house fire with Sonic the Hedgehog. And G.I. Joe.
Run
Don't do
away
what
very
strangers say.
fast.
Yeah.
Riley's
no.
gonna kick my ass, dude.
Oh, well,
Oh,
I guess
sorry.
because
Oh my
Sonic can
God.
roll, so I
'Cause he
guess
can
it's
roll.
stop, drop, and roll.
Oh, stop,
yeah.
drop, and roll.
Yeah.
Stop, drop, and spin roll out of,
Yeah,
through the loop-de-loop and
essentially.
out your front door.
Yeah.
There is kind of a theme among these. Like each series tended to hit things from a particular angle is, the
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
crux of the thing. Let's get into number 3. Hopefully you'll see a little bit more of that pattern. Okay.
Okay.
Number 1, eat food.
Got it.
No, number 2, have your eyes tested. Number 3, remembering your phone number.
Oh, okay.
What? What?
One more time. Just one more
Yeah,
time.
yeah. Number 1, eat food. Number 2, have your eyes tested. Number 3, remembering your phone number.
Why did you say eat food both times like you were actively just pushing a huge log out? Why did you why was it like
no.
this staccato force behind it?
How could I not?
Oh boy. Oh, I'm crying.
How are we feeling? Are we
Oh.
feeling like
I'm not confident, but I've got an answer.
I think I'm confident, actually. I think
I mean,
got
I'm
this
feeling
one.
pretty bullied. I would like an adult.
Roma, let's start with you this time. Which
Oh
one of
my
these is
God.
Sonic the Hedgehog?
Eat chili dogs, number 1.
Eat food, okay. And Stevie, which one is Sailor Moon?
Oh no, I was laughing too hard. I really thought eat food was going to be Sailor Moon. What was the other one too?
You can
You can
pick
pick
the
the
same
same
thing.
I
thing.
know
Yes.
that's true. You
Yeah.
can pick the same thing. Wait, what were the other two though?
Be funny if we all picked the same
Remembering your
answer.
phone number and have your eyes tested.
Have your eyes tested feels
Okay.
pretty Sailor Moon. Yeah.
All right. And Max?
I'm gonna just take a guess here and say, remember your phone number. That feels like a very.
We
Now,
fucked up
okay.
again.
0-point round.
Oh
Ooh,
man,
we are not
What?
good at
Another
this.
goose
Sorry,
egg. Another goose egg. So
sorry.
eat food
I
was
thought I
Sailor
had it
Moon.
with the chili dogs.
Eat
Eat
food
food
was
with Sailor Moon. Sonic
God
the
damn
Hedgehog,
it.
remember your phone number.
Why? What?
G.I. Joe, get your eyes tested so you can be in the military, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, that I was leaning towards that one maybe, but
I was like, it's either eat food or get your eyes tested, but I was trying to think of the episodes that we've seen eat food. Oh, because eat food would have been the Sailor Says for the episode about the working out too much.
Yes,
we
exactly.
Yes.
covered that one. Yeah.
We
Yes,
covered
exactly.
that one. Yeah, we
Yay.
covered that one. Okay.
Do we have another? Because right
we
now
have-
it's Stevie has 1 point,
1
and
point,
that's
and
the
nobody
only
else.
person who's got any.
We have 2 left, so it's anybody's
Okay.
game.
Okay.
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 All right.
Ooh.
So here's the next set of 3. Number 1. It's better to tell the truth.
Oh, okay.
Number 2. Riding in clothes dryers. Number 3.
Sorry.
Have more patience.
Sorry, number 2 again. Just one more.
Riding in clothes dryers. And why you should or should not do that, I'm not sure. Could go either way.
This is tough.
This is so ridiculous. Okay.
We need a little bit more time, or how are we feeling?
I'm feeling
Good.
pretty good.
Okay. All right, I'll get started then. Stevie, which one of these is Sailor Moon?
It's better to tell the truth, I think.
Okay.
It's better to tell the truth.
Roma, which one is Sonic the Hedgehog?
Dryers.
And Max, which of these is G.I. Joe?
I'm gonna take a curveball and also guess dryers.
Whoa. Hold up.
This
Delete
time
up
Roma
for a
gets the
minute.
point.
Nice.
Whoa!
Nice.
Woo!
Nice.
Woo!
Okay, so yes, riding in clothes dryers, I assume because Sonic doesn't want you to jump in the clothes dryer to emulate the way he spins.
Go fast.
Yeah,
Gotta go fast,
I was thinking
man.
that.
Sailor says have more patience, and then the G.I. Joe says it's better to tell the truth.
It's
It's better.
it's not imperative, but it
It's
is better.
to well, that's very military, you know. They've never been really see something, say something kind of
Yeah.
folk. So,
Don't go admitting to war crimes, but
but if it makes another country look bad, maybe you should tell the truth.
maybe. Okay, so it's
Woo!
1-1. Stevie and
Okay.
Roma are on the board. Max, you haven't gotten on the board yet. This is the last one, and I'm really hoping this one will hit for you guys. Okay,
Okay.
set of 3. All right, on number 1, listen to yourself. Number 2, you are not a loser. Number 3, computers.
Damn it! Oh, I'm so torn.
I
But
feel
that
like
was-
I could guess all of these.
Yeah, this is the toughest one, but it's also the best.
The best one.
Can you
Okay.
just one more time? Can we? I want to
Yeah.
hear 1, 2, 3.
Number 1, listen to yourself.
Okay.
Number 2, you are not a loser. Number 3, computers.
Number 2 makes me want to be like, I don't listen to strangers.
Do we all feel good
I'm ready.
about our answers?
I'm ready.
We're
No.
locked in?
Ready.
All right.
Yeah.
Stevie, which one is Sailor Moon?
Sailor Moon's fucking computers, man.
Roma, which one is Sonic the Hedgehog?
Oh no. I'm stuck between 2 and 3. I'm gonna go with 2. I'm gonna go
Which
with 2.
one is that?
You were not a loser.
I'm not a
Mm.
loser.
Okay. And Max, which is the G.I. Joe?
I'm gonna guess computers again.
No points!
What do you mean? There was
Which one
a
was
time
which?
computers episode.
You are not a loser. That was Sailor Moon. Sonic was
I can
teaching
see
us
that.
about computers.
I was
Just
so
computers.
And
Just
G.I.
computers.
G.I. Joe told you to listen to yourself. So we have a tie, folks.
Okay.
And here's how I'm gonna fix this: is I'm going to pull up a list of 1, Stevie and Roma. I'm gonna just
Okay.
read it to you, and you have to tell me which of those 3 this came from. Okay?
Oh God. Okay.
Using your brain.
No.
Oh no.
No.
Nice.
So is that Sailor Moon, Sonic, or G.I. Joe? Using your brain. Do you have good ideas? Are we feeling
I
like
mean,
we maybe no?
I'm trying to think of what we've seen for Sailor Moon because I don't think
Mhm.
Sonic the Hedgehog falls under the umbrella of what we would cover here. So
No.
it's not. So I would actually say, would I say Sonic? Sonic. I would say Sonic because
Okay.
of Tails.
And Roma?
My gut says G.I. Joe.
It's Stevie with the victory.
Hello.
This
Yes!
evening. That was from the Sonic the
Yes!
Hedgehog episode Grounder the Genius.
Hell yeah.
Released in October
Use that
16th.
brain.
Use that brain.
Use your brain, folks.
Listen to yourself.
Yeah,
You
no.
are not a loser.
You're not-
Computers.
Use computers. Use your brain.
Don't listen to strangers.
Don't listen to strangers. Use your brain.
But get in this dryer right now. We're gonna
Computers.
go downhill, folks.
Do
Eat
not ride in
food.
the dryer.
Eat food.
I feel like I've learned so much already this episode.
Let's pass this kidney stone. I got to describe these episodes.
Okay. All right.
Is that how you feel about it?
That's how we all
Not
feel about it.
entirely.
Okay.
I tried to be funny about this, so at least here we go. So yes, we watched episodes 1 and 2 of the second OVA of Tenchi Muyo. This is what we saw. Episode 1, Hello Baby, kicks things off with a Tenchi story that's about as down to earth as they get. Tenchi's cousin is ill, and the Masaki household have been volunteered to care for her baby. This one's basically a clip show. Baby goes flying, baby eats lunch, Tenchi nearly dies imagining Mihoshi's boobs in the bathhouse, etc. That evening, Washu ends up taking care of little Taro after everyone else passes out, and despite everything we know about her, she turns out to be perfect for the job. 2 days of basically being Taro's full-time single mom give her a lot of insight and recall some painful memories of her past. She's back on her bullshit pretty quick, though. Something seems to be going on with Sasami in the end. Maybe something we'll explore in Episode 2, Sasami and Tsunami, wherein the Masakis have been invited back to stay at the family spa so they can repair the damage they caused last time they were there. But today is no ordinary repair day. There's a ghost in the onsen. When the lights go out, it's Tenchi's job to fix the breaker. Low-hanging fruit for ghosts. Hey, remember Tsunami? She's the Jurayan lady who taught Tenchi how to find the power of the Lighthawk wings? Well, she's the ghost. Kind of. She's also Sasami through some shenanigans not previously mentioned. It's not really important. A rare moment of civility then passes between Ayeka and Ryoko when they realize that part of the deal here means that when she becomes an adult, Sasami will look like a hot lady that Tenchi might want to date.
Woo!
Woohoo!
Oh boy. Oh
Yeah.
boy.
So take your pick.
A lot of yucky feelings.
I did
What a bad
appreciate that
feeling
you.
it ends on.
I did appreciate that you went ghost because I literally wrote ghost. in my
No,
notes.
that episode screamed Scooby-Doo, okay?
It was
I
very
have it in
Scooby-Doo.
big notes.
I did write. I said I wonder when this was aired in the West because was this like the Tenchi Muyo like spooky episode or something? I
Oh,
wonder.
Halloween special?
Yeah, like this was like a Halloween special or something because that was really
Fun.
cool.
I can
But-
see a Toonami commercial cut like it was.
Yeah, 100%.
Absolutely.
100%. It was fun coming back to Tenchi for a couple of reasons. I forgot how early Tenchi was, and when it comes to like
Oh, yeah.
dubbing, when it comes to like the
Old.
like dubbing and like anime, it's like it's old. I forgot how old Tenchi is in that way, and so some of the stuff that we were hearing, some of the acting choices that were being made, I was like, oh yeah. This is old. First of all, like how Ayeka's the only character with even some semblance of a British accent in the entire situation. I was like, why do you talk like that, Ayeka? Literally nobody talks
Many
like that.
other people from the same royal family who do not have, who aren't doing an accent. appear
Who
in
aren't
this
doing an
series.
accent.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, and then you've got one of the guys, one of the woodblocks who has what we got our good old like Jersey accent back. I forgot.
Yes,
about
that's
that.
right. That's right. He's from New Jersey.
He's from New Jersey.
Here's the thing, this is sci-fi, so it's entirely plausible that the alien planet Jirai has its own Britain, and it has its own New Jersey.
Yep,
There's
and they're right
always a New
next to each
Jersey.
other. Everything is legal. in
New Jersey.
New Jersey.
Or it'll be
Sweet
old,
Jersey.
because this place is, like, ancient.
Older, yeah.
The
older
first
than
Jersey,
the-
the original Jersey.
Mhm.
Where do you
Yes.
think Jersey came from?
Yeah,
Jirai,
that was the
obviously.
first
Right,
Jersey.
exactly. That was the first
Duh.
Jersey. So now we got the New Jersey.
Jersey
Um,
short for Jirai.
Z.
Jersey, and then it was
Yeah.
New Jersey,
Yeah,
and then
we
over
did- we
time it
dropped
just
it, we
reduced,
shortened it.
just reduced into Jersey.
Yeah.
I only had two for the baby yeet count. I feel like I'm missing ones. I feel like I'm missing
Okay,
more
the
than
baby
two
got thrown.
yeets.
Baby was
Baby got-
pitched through the
Baby
air.
got yeeted twice. Baby got
Yeah.
yeeted a couple. I know I saw two yeets for sure.
Not a good guide on how to care for a baby. I mean, that's part of the joke, right? Is that the girls are not good at caring for
Yeah.
babies.
Yes.
I don't know. Do any of you have kids, respectfully?
No.
Like,
No.
No,
I'm an
okay,
aunt,
have
but
you-
I do not have children.
so growing up with a lot of my friends from high school having kids very immediately after high school,
Oof.
that whole scene is real. That's
Yes.
happened, except for the flying part. But like, I have seen a gaggle of like barely 18-year-olds trying to figure out how to change the diaper. Like, what
Yep.
do I do with this baby?
Wow.
It's peeing in my face. Like all of that, I was like, oh yeah, that was like 8
Yes.
years ago. I remember all of this very clearly.
I
True
think I
story.
did. I think I did write that. I was like, how many of us on this podcast have been peed on by a baby? Because I can absolutely say that I have been peed on by a baby.
Not me.
Dead
I've
ass in the
avoided
face.
it. I've constructed my
pure.
life to avoid it.
Oh, well,
Mm.
I'm proud of you. I did too, but then other people had other plans, and I was like, well,
Oh,
that's annoying.
damn.
That is actually why I think this episode, the baby episode in particular, was a little bit of a struggle for me. Is that I have difficulty really caring about an annoying fictional baby.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm sorry, Kostrak. I'm sorry, Kostrak. Would you like to do the honors this episode? Would you like to say my 3 magic words?
Which
Fuck those be.
Fuck them kids? Do you want to say
Fuck them kids.
Fuck
Yeah.
them
Fuck
kids.
them kids.
Fuck them
Fuck them
kids.
kids, Kostrak.
Fuck them.
Fuck them kids.
This kid in particular, it's fairly contrived, I suppose, but like no more so
Yeah.
than like anything else going on in Tenchi right now. Like this, it's so disconnected from any of these 2 episodes. Both are kind of like, well, this is where flavor for the universe.
The plot is not there. It feels
No.
like.
Yeah.
No.
The most plotty plot thing that happens is we kind of learn that Washu, had this romance a long ass time ago, and that apparently she's a mom, like literally biologically. Not only did she create Ryoko, but there's like Ryoko
Right.
has like a half brother out there somewhere, supposedly.
Which had its own plot holes, but yeah.
Yeah, it has its own pretty huge plot holes, and then they just
Humongous
throw it
plot
all
holes.
away. They just completely throw it away for a joke.
Yeah.
Having the
which is
bigger picture
gross.
here, does any of this become plot relevant?
No,
No, not at all.
nothing. Like the fact.
I mean,
okay, so the
obviously not the peeing and the pooping and the
Okay.
and the onsen, but like
Okay, Tsunami is an important character.
okay,
Tsunami,
yeah,
as a character, she's important. Washu, it's important to know that she is very old and has like
Yeah.
shape-shifting powers, basically.
Right.
yeah, but that's been established. I feel
That's been
like.
Yeah, we
established,
already
right?
know
Like,
that. Yeah.
Her family never comes up again.
Cool, right?
See, 'cause that was
episodes of
Like this was
TV.
the thing, because I was actually really drawn in by knowing
Yeah.
more about Washu, because the one time we meet Washu at the end of season 1, and Washu's just like is immediately the lecherous old person character off the bat.
Yeah.
So I'm like, cool, I have no reason to give an absolute flying fuck about you, Washu, because you're just disgusting. And you are now the oldest person who absolutely has a breeding kink and is really like out
Not
there.
the first
with it.
time it's come up.
No, it's not.
No.
It's not the first time it's come up. So I'm like, cool, you're gross. But then we have this whole thing where Washu is the person who's obviously best equipped to care for this baby. And we learn it's because she's got literally this experience being a mother.
Mhm.
And for 2 seconds, it gives us this glimpse into this person. And it's like, oh my God, are you actually a multidimensional being? Like you're able to be anything other than lecherous? And then they throw it all down the shitter at the
Mhm.
absolute end. And I'm like,
Throw it away. Fine.
cool. Thanks for winding up that for nothing.
Hope you didn't
'cause-
want character development.
Yeah,
No.
because I didn't get any today. Great.
There was a solid 30 seconds when she was making that baby formula that had the she was like pulling the baby formula out of the portal. I was like, she's about to do science experiments on this fucking baby. This baby is not going to be returned the way it was
Yeah.
brought in. I am so stressed. And then it was like, oh no, she just knew what she was doing.
Well, that's what
Yeah.
they wanted you to think, right? There's nothing about Washu's
Yeah.
character that prompts you to think this person's a good mom.
Right.
I was
like-
immediately like, yeah, what wild ass science experiments are about to be conducted? I was expecting the
Woo,
baby
yes.
to like get superpowers or become super buff or
I
start flying or something. Like
I expected her to immediately latch on to the fact that this baby looked just like Tenchi, just tiny, and then figure out ways to make this baby
Turn him into
adult
Tenchi.
immediately and turn him into Tenchi, and then just be
oh my god,
disgusting.
I think that
But I did, you know what I also didn't realize? I didn't realize that Washi was supposed to look like a crab, and I love that.
Me
Yeah,
too.
yeah, she's
when
like a
when I
little
saw
crab
the
lady.
little
So much.
crab and then I saw
I
her
like
hair, I was
Washu a
like,
lot. I don't know.
that is
She's
it also
lecherous,
clicked
she's
for me
gross.
this episode.
she's so gross. She's so
She's
gross.
nasty,
Gross,
but,
but
you
her
know.
character design is flawless.
Yeah, her
Love it.
She's
character
kind of
design is
goblin
very
mode,
good.
you know?
Constantly
Absolutely.
on her good. She's just a cat that constantly goes goblin mode all of
That's true.
the time. Yeah, no, there were some things as somebody who has been, just because not only am I an aunt, but I'm like I have second and third cousins because my mother's family is very large. There were so many things that like the caretaker of me got absolutely fucking upset about.
Mhm.
You
I
don't
like
throw
the
the baby
kids.
while it's peeing.
Oh no, I don't give a shit about that. What I give a shit about is things like when Tenchi was making the formula with the kettle and the kettle was steaming. I was like, that water's too hot. The water's
Pouring,
too hot for
yes,
this
the
baby.
boiling
That was
water
so
into
Got
the
gross.
that, baby.
It was like, you're gonna scald this child's throat. Like that was the thing I was worried about. I was worried about like, and then like the baby sleeping on the couch. I was like, how are you gonna let the baby sleep on the couch? The baby's gonna roll off the couch. The baby's gonna roll off. Like,
And then when the baby like sneaks off into Washu's lab, I'm just like, this is why they don't sleep on the couch.
yes, yes. Like it was literally just like baby safety. It had very little to do with like the. I did say I did love the bit where Mihoshi had no idea how to put on a diaper.
That was
because
okay. That was kind of
that was-
entertaining.
That's pretty funny.
that
The
was
full
really
wrap
funny.
around the
Just
legs.
mummified the child's legs, which I thought was really funny. But also that's how I feel about cloth diapers. Like cloth diapers are look, for those out there who do cloth diapers, power to you. Power
You're
to
more
you.
powerful than I.
You
You are an
truly
eco warrior.
you are one of God's chosen because I could never like not
God's
me.
favorite.
Like truly blessed and highly favored. Mostly because them just are literally just strips of cloth and I have no idea how to use them. Not because they're gross, because I use Thinks. So like nothing can stop me now. It's over for you hoes. But I was like, how do you put it on? I have no idea. This is why disposable diapers are the way they are. They show you how to put them on. So
Mihoshi continues to be the most relatable character on the show.
Mihoshi's so good.
Yes.
There's a brilliant line. She walks in on the first morning Washu discovers she likes being a mom. Everybody's already in the kitchen. Mihoshi walks in and says, "What's everybody doing in here? Taking care of a baby or what?"
Oh my goodness.
So good.
Or what?
God, or what? Or what? Oh my god.
What indeed, Mihoshi.
And poor Ryo-Oki. That's what you get for
Oh.
being tiny as hell. Poor Ryo-Oki. That poor
It's not
thing.
what you like. It's not what you want.
Got too close to that baby and fucked around and found out. That poor fucking Cabot.
K
That baby
plus
had
Cabot.
Was
I
it
know.
when the baby was crying and Mihoshi started crying too? The baby was like, "Yo, you all right?"
Yes.
Yes, that was cute. I like that. I like that.
Real talk, that's a tactic. And I have used it and it works. I have used it and it fucking works. If a kid, you
Mm.
can gauge if a kid is crocodile tearing or not. If you cry at them in the exact same pitch, I have absolutely done that. Like a kid wanted to act like it was one of my cousins. And she fell down or whatever. And her mom, and if no shade to my cousin who's the actual parent of this child. But, she was one of those moms who's like, every time her kid fell, she's like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God,
So you
and
just do
so-
mind tricks on him.
Yeah, absolutely. So anytime this kid, I mean, literally, looked at a bug, she'd like freak out. And I just like, and I'd be like, oh, she'd be like, oh, I'm like, oh, oh, and she's like, oh. Like, I'm like, yeah.
I guess we are
yeah.
overreacting.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, maybe you should take that down to a 4. It's really not that big of a fucking deal. Like, yes, 100%. That works. You're welcome, parents.
Wow.
Torture
10
your
out of 10.
kids. Therapists need to stay in business.
Thinking about another topic here because there's two things that we have not mentioned yet that are different about this show, and
Yeah.
it is both the opening and the ending.
Oh, yeah. I liked the
We had a
theme.
different song, and I was thinking about this because there are actually 3 songs in this first episode because there is a baby song that plays halfway into
Yes,
the
there is a
episode.
baby song. The baby song was weird. The baby
It
song
was
was
weird.
weird.
It's a song about the baby, about loving your
Yeah.
baby and how it's cool to have a baby.
Love it when a song gets dubbed like that, and
That's-
the choices that they make.
Fast forward 20 years later, and now the U.S. has a declining birth rate.
I
It's
just
all
the-
Tenchi Muyo's fault.
it's all Tenchi
Muyo's
Muyo's fault. Number one, obviously.
Brings it back.
The thing is, like, I loved the ending theme from the first OVA so much.
Oh,
Talent for Love
all
is so
Me
time.
good.
too. Yeah.
I'm a Pioneer, the theme song. It doesn't hit the same highs.
No, it don't.
doesn't.
It don't
Wait,
slap
the
like
intro
that.
or
I
the
thought it was
outro?
cute. The intro and outro.
Intro is
Intro,
I'm a
intro, intro.
Pioneer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the
Yeah,
outro
I
is
was
just
there.
like, what is this?
I love the
You guys-
outro.
You loved it? Oh,
I
no,
love it.
I'm
It's
sorry.
just
I thought it was fine.
It's funky. It's. I mean, I didn't actually look at it. I was listening to it, but I
Mhm.
thought it was funky. The
It's
animation
cute.
was neat. It
Mhm.
was fun. I wasn't expecting it from Tenchi Muyo.
Oh yeah. The animation style at the end is very similar to the animation style at the end of the episodes in season 1 because that's like the same kind of like
Oh, yep.
Mm.
yep,
same
yep.
vibe. It looks
Yeah.
very similar.
I was
Um,
watching it on YouTube, and they just cut that out.
Oh,
I
no.
have no idea what the intro and outro is for the initial season.
I'm sorry.
She's
dang.
gone.
You know what they
Yeah.
cut out? What they also cut out in the American version, they're still cutting out the narration over the next episode preview.
Yes, they are.
Yeah,
Yep,
it's weird.
There's still
It's
no
like
this-
narration.
Silent flash of images of what might happen next time.
With
Right.
music that's tuned
Oh,
low
music,
enough that
yeah.
there's supposed to be a voiceover.
Right. So they just
Huh.
cut out the vocal
They just
track.
didn't do it.
They
Forgot.
just cut out the voices, the voice track, and like they just didn't
We're
do it.
tired.
This is going direct to video. This is never getting picked up for TV run.
Right,
Don't worry
exactly.
about
You're
it.
about to
You're
just
gonna find
binge
out what's
this
gonna happen soon.
in
Don't worry.
literally 4 minutes. You're good.
Cartoon Network
Right.
wants to put what on TV?
Right.
Oh no! I did that in a
Essentially.
weekend.
Right. Oh boy. Really, with that Tenchi ass voice. With okay, on the
Okay,
subject
yeah,
of voice
hold on,
actors,
yeah.
no, Newland, who is Washu's
there.
fucking voice actor? Who is it?
Oh
and
God, her
why?
name.
Washu.
And why? Who is Washu's
Little
voice actor
Washu.
and why? Because
What is that name? I want to say her name is like KG Ward. Hold on a second though.
and is Washu's voice actor the same voice? Is Washu's voice actor
Yes.
also the character, the old lady in episode 2?
Yes, absolutely. She is the same as the old lady in
Yes!
episode 2. 100%.
I'm getting good at that. Fuck yeah.
Um,
Because she sounds like the same person.
Okay, the name is Kate Vogt. Is the
I'm
is
sorry.
the woman
I'm
who
sorry,
plays
Kate. I'm
Washu.
gonna make fun of you for the rest of my life.
Sorry,
Um,
Kate.
just wait till you hear the choices she made in Tenchi Universe,
Oh no.
because she made some different choices in that show. And was it better? Who
How
knows?
far are we from Tenchi Universe? Where are we in? Because we're in OVA 2 now.
Yeah.
Yes.
if
How
we
many
do-
of them are there?
Tenchi Universe, if we return to Tenchi next season, it'll be with Tenchi Universe. So this OVA
Oh.
has 6 episodes in it, exactly 1 season of Anime Club.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Okay. Got it. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Count your icks in just episode 1. Just count your
Okay.
icks.
The
How
poo
many
poo and the
icks
pee
did
pee.
Okay, that's one ick.
Okay.
There's poo poo and pee pee.
No, they were 2 separate ones because
Oh,
we had
that's
the,
2
the
icks?
PP throwing and then turd in the bath.
Turn the back.
Turn in the bath.
Turn the bath. Okay,
Um,
that's 2
Whatever
icks.
Ryoko was looking at, that was gross.
Okay, that's 3
Yeah.
icks. Ryoko
Mhm.
Ryoko reminding us that she's been watching Tenchi since he was a baby.
She brings it up twice.
She brings it
that
up
he was a
twice.
more attractive baby than this baby.
Okay, we're up to
That's
5
fucked
icks.
up.
We're up to
So
5
gross.
icks.
Ayaka reminding everyone that she and Tenchi are related.
Making
Also.
it 6 icks. We're here for 6 icks.
Oh.
Mihoshi onsen situation.
7
Yeah.
icks. That was a gross
Can't
situation.
abide by that.
The
Can't
the
abide by
breast
that.
the breastfeeding weird like kink situation. That was gross. That was gross. There's nothing hot about that, and Tenchi like having a conniption about it.
He like full on faints
Big ick.
listening to this.
Disgusting.
The entire last bit they do with Washu
7
at
icks.
the end of
we're,
this episode.
we're up to 8
She's an
icks.
adult now.
Yeah. Oh, she's an adult now.
She just immediately turns into an adult and is like, "Put a baby in me." Yeah, no, it's great. I've never
Oh,
wanted
yeah.
to throw up.
This was
so
the
fast in
most
my life.
struggle episode.
That one
I
was-
think
That one was
for
rough.
Anime Club so far.
Yeah, because it just the ick just didn't stop coming. That's really
Yeah.
what it was. It was just like
I kept
relentlessly
waiting for
gross.
the page to turn, and I'm like, all right, now now we're gonna get started with the plot. All right, this is a lead into some character. Oh no, more pee. Okay, we're gonna do. Oh, and now they're in the bath. Okay,
This time it's poop.
now there's a montage with a lot of different gross baby stuff. Eventually, we're gonna get to a character moment.
Eventually.
Kostrak was
Ugh.
that woman on TikTok that like is watching the guy put the stuff in the same like shape hole.
This
Regardless
goes in
of
the square hole,
shape.
yeah.
This goes in the square hole the whole time.
That's right. The baby
Kostrak's
pees on
just
everyone.
Begging for
Sobbing.
Tenchi to be something that it is not.
What was it? It's in the very beginning of that episode. It was what's the little girl's name again?
Sasami.
Sasami.
Sasami. She went to go help out the aunt and then came back and she was like, "Oh,
Yes.
you can come back and help anytime." And Sasami was like, "I'm going inside." I was so worried. I was like, "What did she go through?"
right?
Is she okay?
Well, I mean,
And then-
Sasami's been going through, as it turns out, she's been going through a lot that we didn't
So
know
much.
about just in
so
general.
much. Where's
Yeah.
Sasami? Puberty's rough.
Full blown
man.
identity crisis as a child.
Truly.
Yeah, it's pretty tough.
Mm-hmm.
I still am not entirely sure I understand what happened with Sasami and Tsunami. I don't fully get it.
My understanding is that Sasami fell and died,
Yo.
and then Tsunami like assimilated with her and brought her back, and like now they share vibes.
They did a Chainsaw Man.
They
Is
did.
that
Oh,
what this
thank
is?
you. Okay, they did a
Oh,
Chainsaw Man.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
yeah.
so the incest devil has fused with Sasami.
Wait. Incest devil. Wait, hold on. I thought Tsunami.
am very afraid of the incest devil, so I guess she's
Yeah.
pretty powerful.
Yeah, I was gonna
Oh.
say if the power is relative to the fear.
Oh my god. I just.
Sus-
I was just like, because actually
What were they
the
thinking?
real Sasami thing versus the fake Sasami thing actually
Yeah.
blew my mind. I was
Yeah,
sitting
that's
there
actually
just like,
huge.
that was
It was
a big-
surprising.
yeah, I was shocked.
Doubly surprising that it's not going to really turn into anything
That-
super important.
That bums me out a lot. As a matter of fact, that bums me out because that is
Sasami
kind of
just gets
cool.
over it and like incorporates it. It's like a cool thing she can do is like, oh, I'm Tsunami also. She's like totally fine from here on out. This is
and
not
becomes
like
a magical
Which
girl.
is wild
Yeah.
because it is a child that died, right? Like this
It
is
has memories
this
of
is,
dying.
we should be
Yes.
considering from now on that Sasami is essentially a ghost, right?
Yeah.
Like who's
Right.
sharing a spirit with another entity.
right.
Big like horror movie creepy kid vibes.
Right.
Kidding.
Fell from a great height. Truly. I mean, blood in the water.
Don't we see blood? Don't
Yes.
we
We
see
do.
blood?
She falls to her death. The
Uh-huh.
thought is that she cracks her skull open and her blood goes into the tree water and the tree's like, yum, 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 give me that
Oh my
good old
God.
hemoglobin.
Oh, child blood, my favorite.
Nummy, nummy, nummy,
Nutritious.
nummies. Oh, it's full of those
We don't
cells.
know anything about these alien tree spaceships, so yeah, maybe that's
Maybe they
But,
do.
like,
eat
that's
they're-
the
cells,
but they're-
secret of Jirai is that,
but
that
they're
when you
also
die,
tree
you
people.
get fed to a tree.
But aren't they also tree people? Because didn't Ayeka's actual fiance turn into a tree? No.
Elden Ring was such a
Ayeka's-
good video game.
No, Ayeka's actual fiance
really
is
great.
granddaddy, isn't it? Ayeka's fiance is grandpa.
Yes,
Right.
that's right.
Right.
Well, I think they've both kind of given up on that contract. I think they've both released each other.
Oh, I thought
mutually.
No,
Granddad
they
was
did.
Like, this is your problem now, Tenchi.
Yeah.
I'm an old man. This is
I-
your
Essentially.
problem
Yeah,
now."
I think that's exactly what happened. Yeah,
That's what it was.
Grandpa's like, I fully have a family with children. I'm not doing it again.
Right. But was it
Been
but
there, done
somebody
that.
turned into a tree. Somebody was
Yeah,
actually a tree by
moms.
the end of That's right.
The
Mom was
moms-
actually
the
a
moms all
tree.
become trees.
Yeah, moms become trees. So it's like I was like, okay, so we got some structure to the world about how trees are people here. So this baby turning into the Lorax isn't necessarily fucking crazy. She can speak for the trees.
at this point with the plot, with the any of the sci-fi stuff, I'm treating it like Dragon Ball Z lore, man. I'm just letting it wash
Yeah.
over me.
Yeah,
I'm like,
don't worry about
oh
it.
yeah, that's how that works, because that's what I just saw on the screen.
Right. No, for sure. I did
Logic.
like this moment though between Ayeka and Sasami. Like how
That
like
was
I was
really
like,
sweet.
oh,
Yes.
Yeah,
It was actually
that
nice.
was, I think, the most human moment of the episode.
I was like, oh, so when we actually allow Ayeka to not be around other people, Ayeka is not insufferable. So like most problem children, when you
Wow.
separate
Huh.
them from their stimulants, they are normal. Great. Like-
There's also a funny moment there because Washu is hiding in the bushes with Tenchi, watching this very heartfelt moment. And the funny, I think the gag here is you see Ryoko and Miyoshi
Miyoshi.
like tied up because they
Literally
can
tied up,
absolutely
yes.
not be trusted. The actual hidden joke here that I did enjoy was they later cut back to them tied up, and Ryoko looks extremely mad, and Mihoshi is asleep. It's like-
Baby girl.
She
She
can do
just
no
wants to
wrong.
be swaddled.
She-
That was the subplot of this episode was Mihoshi is just better. Mihoshi's
Yeah.
just from the potatoes.
I will take
I like-
more of that level of comedy.
I really
Yes.
love how Mihoshi dodges everything in both of these episodes. Like she ends up not doing any weird. Well,
No,
well,
not
Mm.
not intentionally.
I
Not
guess.
I will get like she
I'll take it
accidentally
back.
she gets caught in the crossfire. We have to give Mihoshi a little bit of smoke for that first
We do.
episode.
I don't
But-
think anybody makes it out unscathed from these
No.
two episodes.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. The only Ryo-Oki does. Ryo-Oki does.
Ryo-Oki, yes. Ryo-Oki does nothing wrong. Oh, God.
That's
don't.
okay. No, fair.
That's the only one though, because Ryo-Oki can't. Because Ryo-Oki's
And
a
it'll
cabbage.
stay that way forever.
The innocence of an
Truly.
animal is the only thing.
Oh my God! On the subject
We'll
of
stay
the
that way
innocence of an
forever.
animal, can we talk about how that baby choked on the end of a carrot?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
wait,
you.
what happened?
Thank
How'd
you,
he get
Roma.
down there?
Thank you, Roma. They just turned that baby
Yeah.
upside down and shook it like a
It's
coin in
like
the
he
bottom
got-
of a
Like the
tin.
baby owed you money. Turned it upside down
No,
and shook
honestly,
it.
though, I feel like my mom's done that to me, choking
yeah.
on stuff. Because at that point, like me breathing
I
is
do
more
think-
important than my legs.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure, and I'm
Yeah.
going to look it up right now, that I
There is
read
a
somewhere
baby
that the
Heimlich.
baby Heimlich is
Yeah.
insane.
That's
It
real.
is. It is insane. You just squeeze them like a Cabbage Patch doll until it comes
Dude.
out. You know. It's just. I mean,
They
it was
don't
one of
have
those things.
bones. It's fine.
It was one of those things where, like, somewhere in
they
my
bounce.
Yeah, they
It's
do.
cool.
They bounce. They're soft. They can.
That's
Have you seen the videos of them avoiding grass? They have a natural aversion to grass.
Yes.
that was me. My little neurospicy ass as a child, my parents could leave me in the middle of a park with a blanket. I wouldn't go anywhere. I'm not touching that shit. I'm not touching the grass. They'd hold me over the grass. My legs would go up. I was a gymnast. I don't know how. Fuck grass.
Yeah,
I'm not going out there to touch shit.
those are my favorite. You'll see these parents.
A
pick up
gamer
these-
from day one. Don't touch the spikes.
Don't touch the spikes. Don't touch the spikes. Floor's lava. They're funny videos because these babies will just like, they'll be chill as fuck about it too. Like cats, they'll just turn into liquid. They'll just like, they'll just put their heads, they'll put their feet like above their heads to not touch grass.
That was me.
It's the funniest shit. Oh, Newland, it's
No
best.
grass.
It's so good.
And yet now all the teens are telling me to touch grass. What's up with that?
What do you mean, kids? What do you mean
I'll
with your
touch
back?
AstroTurf. That's fine.
I don't remember what exactly prompted this, but I have a line in my notes that says Tenchi sometimes seems like a happy robot. Oh shit. I just
Goodbye?
accidentally
Bye,
disconnected.
Newland.
that was his sign off.
Sorry.
That's it.
Tenchi seems like a happy robot. Yeets.
Bye.
Just dabs on us and fades. Fades
Uh,
into the distance.
I don't know how Tenchi got that ugly bastard position in this harem anime. Like, what is it? I don't see it. That
he's
boy.
not had much personality so far these past
What
couple
do
episodes.
they see in him?
He
He's
is
not
Sounds
really-
like a
dunderheaded.
dork. He looks like a dork.
Oh man, just the. Oh no.
He's a child.
Yeah.
He looks like
Oh.
a Muppet, and I mean it as an insult. I normally wouldn't.
I mean
ain't no.
No, Aika. Like that's how he fucking sounds all the time. Them trying to get
Damn,
him
his
drunk.
ass.
When they're like, have some sake, he's like, I'm a minor with a whole goddamn baby squid. And they're like, no, never mind. Let me just baby bird this sake into your mouth. Ick number
That was
9.
another wild moment. Huh?
Ick number 9. Fucking disgusting. Yeah, no. I also liked him being like, why do I have to go down here and fix everything? It's like, bitch, because you broke it in the first place. Typical dude. Not trying to take responsibility for the shit that he fucks up. Sorry.
Your
Yeah,
space
typical.
ladies did this.
Your space ladies did this. You know, oh my gosh. The
You know
worst.
you know those TikToks where it's like every friend group includes
Yes!
a Muppet sounding asexual
I
looking
was-
twink.
I mean,
Every squad got the Muppet. Every squad got the intergalactic fugitive.
A space goddess who's done crime.
yeah, the person who we're pretty sure hasn't aged for 2,000 years, but we can't ask because it'd be rude. Like
Everybody got that one homie who has not aged in 20,000 years.
yeah. Yes.
The one who keeps fucking shit up, but somehow the best one out of all of them.
The bougie bitch who cries all the time. The dummy who's actually really good. You know.
Every cast of
Praying
characters.
father.
Truly.
I'm just trying to imagine the cast of it's Tenchi, but they've replaced everybody with the TikTok text to speech girl voice.
Come on down to JC Penney's.
No, Tenchi is related to me. He's been mine since before you were born.
Before he was a sperm in his daddy's ball sack, man. That's
boy.
dibs.
No.
I'm sorry I brought all this on you. There's one more bright spot for me, which is the note. The note just reads, Grandpa's long fake ghost story and the shock that killed Mihoshi.
Yeah. Yeah. I wrote that. Mihoshi is
fucking
just
funny.
dead.
So
Mihoshi
funny.
is just dead.
Yeah. Grandpa tells this long ass boring ghost story that goes nowhere. And
Does
immediately,
nothing. There's no purpose.
immediately the old lady's like, "Are you lying again?"
And he's like, yup. Sure
yeah,
am.
He's like, I made
He
that
just
up.
admits to it immediately.
Yeah.
There is one pretty funny moment in that I do feel like is the very slow pan as he's reading the ghost story. The very slow pan over to
Dad
Dad
in the
fanning
back,
and
fanning.
revealing that he's making the smoke.
Smoke.
That's kind of a good gag.
Yeah.
That was
But,
such a good bit.
Like,
I liked that.
they got
But
the
I
timing
do-
on that one right.
I love how Mihoshi just absolutely just dead bugs and doesn't move for that whole
Oh, yeah.
scene. She just dead bugs the
on
whole
the
time.
ground.
And
You know what,
Tenchi's
though?
just
That's
holding
me.
her like it's no problem. Like, yes,
That's
this is
fine.
what Mihoshi
Me.
does. Like, yes.
I'm such a scaredy bitch. If you tell me a scary story, that's immediately my nightmares for the
Faint
next
like a
month.
goat.
I will die.
Dog, I
I
was
will absolutely
playing.
decease.
So I was laying in bed next to my partner. I mentioned this in the last episode. I was laying next to my partner. And I was playing What Remains of Edith Finch, and
That's
he had
pretty
already
good.
played the game before. And I was like, I was like, is this scary? He goes, no, it's not scary. It's just that. I was like, and there were some things like when I was playing through some of like the other stories of the people who had died. I was like, there was one moment that was actually like, I think I had to like open up a refrigerator, and before I did it, I was like, is this gonna be a jump scare? He's like, no. And I was like, I swear to God, if this is a jump scare and you're lying to me, I'm breaking up with you. He goes, no, it's not a jump scare. Like, I get like really mad at scary stuff. Like, I couldn't watch a supercut of Five Nights at Freddy's. I cried and fell over.
Oh, I'm sorry,
I-
Stevie.
I can't
I
do
wish I
it.
could remember what it was called. There was this scary like YouTube series that my partner is watching, and like 6 minutes into the first episode, I was like, I'm
No.
literally about to die.
No.
I can't. I'm
Mm-mm.
literally
No
about to
thanks.
die. There's
No.
something in the shed.
Oh.
I can't.
I made the mistake of telling this group chat that I realized that I have I feel unsettled by animatronics in general, and then Newland was like, "Oh, let me find every animatronic GIF I can find,"
Well, okay.
and posted it in the group chat.
Well, I'm sorry. I just wanted to share about the Rockafire explosion.
No, you did not. I
did.
mentioned that there is a potentially missing animatronic Moby Dick whale from the middle of nowhere, Massachusetts, and you were like, "Oh, like these?" And I was like, "Cool,
Like
great,
these?
cool." Like these? Cool, great. It's fine. I just wasn't terrified by the Jaws ride at Universal Studios as a child. It's cool. I
Oh
hated that
man.
ride.
I was gonna say,
I
yeah,
love
that makes
ride.
certain theme park rides absolute nightmares.
Yeah, they were Universal Studios scared me a lot as a kid, actually. It was that's why I have a fear of earthquakes and also volcanoes.
I'm sorry.
Twister ride. I'm absolutely mortified of tornadoes. I'm in the state with the third most tornadoes. I can't. Twister
Oh, yeah.
gave me trauma.
It's a real
yeah.
thing that can happen to you. It's
Oh,
not like
yeah.
a scary movie monster. It's
Yeah.
not like, oh no, I'm gonna run into a big shark that eats me. It's like, oh no, this very common weather event in my area. I'm gonna get on a ride about it.
Dog.
My
when
dad did save me from a shark once, though.
Whoa.
That's some Floridian
Whoa.
shit. I live in Florida, so Floridian shit out here.
That's
but yeah,
Alan.
my dad after school took me and my sister to go play at the beach, but in our school clothes because we didn't have swimsuits,
Right.
and it was storming, and he's like, "That's a fucking shark," and he's like, "Kids, come back!" And of course we listened. We came back, and he's like, on the ride home because he didn't want to scare us. He's like, "Yeah, there was a shark out there," and I was like,
yeah.
"What?"
I'm originally from
Wow.
Maryland, and so like there were times of the year where like bull sharks would be like in the shallows.
bull shark, yeah.
Yeah, and they tend to be really chill. It doesn't matter. They're still fucking
little
sharks,
scary.
right? Oh yeah, they're usually not. Bull sharks aren't very big, but they are still sharks. They're
sharks,
still
yeah.
sharks. They're still sharks. No tornadoes. I thought I was safe from a tornado because I live in Chicago now. I thought I was safe from tornadoes, and then one touched
It's the
down
Windy City.
in
Yeah.
2020. That's about politicians. This is an Al Capone. It's
Okay.
not about the weather.
Oh. Well,
Those
I
are
didn't know
politicians
that.
and Al
I
Capone.
learned something today.
Yeah.
I didn't know that either. Yeah.
Yeah. But when there was a tornado that touched down in the neighborhood I lived in like 2020, and it tore up my neighborhood and I didn't have power for like 3 days.
Ayo.
And I was like,
Damn.
I thought I moved somewhere where this wouldn't happen anymore.
I left for a reason.
That's what
I
I
was
would
like,
think, yeah.
I moved from Kentucky for a reason. I thought that this was over. And then it was like, just kidding. I'm going to tear up all of Iowa, part of Indiana, and I'm going to fly off into space over the lake. Bye. And I was like, oh, cool.
I moved to a place where I don't have to worry about that at all, but
You get volcanoes.
we're going to get hit by a big earthquake.
Yep.
Don't do that.
I don't know
Tell us
when,
no.
but geologists say we're like extremely overdue for one that's going to really kick our asses.
Mount
Ah.
St. Helens is ready to rumble it
Yeah.
up.
You're
Pretty much.
welcome
I
over
mean,
to
it's
the
the
East
same-
Coast.
It's the same
Mhm.
like little fault line.
Oh, great. I love that for you.
Little fault line. Little guy. Just a
Well,
little fella.
okay, so I would just like to say there was multiple earthquakes when we were in college, Kostrak and Newland. Sorry, I got a gnat in my house. And I slept through all of them.
Yeah, same.
They rocked me to sleep.
Yeah.
Rocked me to
I
sleep.
can
They were
sleep
like
through
little
anything. That's
like 3 to 4 magnitude little shakers.
Like a 4 magnitude little shaker, this selection of episodes of Tenchi Muyo has shaken me.
Rocked my
to my
world.
core.
Rocked
Hey,
my
real
world.
quick, in the context of all the Tenchi we watched previously, these 2 episodes really do stand out. Like, I had many good things to say about Tenchi Muyo as we
Yeah.
watched that first OVA, and I am curious to see what our next 2 episodes look
Okay.
like with that in mind.
Why did
So,
you
I don't
say
know,
it
man.
like that?
I don't know how much I want to say.
That's okay. Yeah, no, leave it
See,
unspoiled.
You don't want to
but,
say it
yeah.
because you don't want us to be like, nah, to the rest
There's
of Tenchi.
one-
That's what it is. You just want to see Ryoko for another 2
We're
weeks.
locked
That's what
in.
it is.
No. The flyer's been printed.
There's one that is very interesting and contains some plot and like is part of a 2-part series that will end on a cliffhanger. And then there's one more like the ones we just watched today.
Hey,
Uh,
1 out of 6 ain't bad.
All right.
But then
All
the
right.
last 2 are I remember being
Oh,
really
okay,
funny
okay.
and really good. Like
All
one
right.
very
So half.
serious and good plot wise, and one very funny.
Okay.
Okay,
We're not
cool.
going to get like Deke Dub Whiplash, although I feel like these 2 episodes were the equivalent of a Deke Dub Whiplash because I was like, oh, cool. I'm very
Did
excited
you watch the
about Tenchi.
preview for the?
I
for
did,
episode
but
four-
I
three?
did, but well, not for 3 because I was running late, so I didn't watch those. I didn't watch that one.
Masaki
No.
Kajishima wanted this series to go in a direction. Just remember that in the OVA, the 5th OVA, which all the fans hate and which is canon according to Masaki Kajishima, the guy who started it, Tenchi literally marries all of them. He marries all of them.
Polyamorous
What?
He marries all of
representation.
them.
Let's go.
In
Oh,
like
wait.
in like secret alternate dimensions, he also marries a human version of Ryo Oki.
a full sweep.
Yeah.
He checks every box.
You know, actually, the polyamorous community rejects Tenchi and his wives.
Not allowed.
Yeah, sorry, you are not invited.
Goodbye.
Actually, we all
Yeah,
talked about
no.
it, and this one sucks.
We decided.
Actually,
No.
you're gross. You're gross. You're dunderheaded boy, and you're gross. You're gross.
But you
Watch
know,
your
hey,
ass.
real quick, I feel
Anyways.
like we have done nothing but dunk here.
Yeah, well, it's
Ryoko's
easy.
still pretty fun.
Ryoko's cool.
Ryoko's all
Yeah,
right.
she's all right.
Nah, I don't know. Ryoko
Now,
gets a lot
hopefully
of
she'd
smoke.
have some moments. You know what? I'm
Ryoko gets a
stepping
lot
back.
of smoke in that first episode. Ryoko was kind of a fucking wreck.
OVA 2, episode 1 and 2, Ryoko on watch.
Yeah, Ryoko kind of. I mean, not as bad as Washu because if nothing else, Ryoko had to deal with all her motherfucking mommy issues because Washu was being a better mom to what was his baby's name?
Taro?
Taro.
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 Baby.
Yeah,
His name's Baby.
Taro.
Is Taro a food? Taro feels like it's a
Taro
food.
is, you know, the purple boba tea you can get? It's
I knew
actually
it.
a leaf
It's
fruit.
it is a very common like thing to call a baby in Japan too, and it's a sweet potato. It's a yam.
Aw.
Taro
All right, that's-
boba.
Taro.
Yeah.
Boss
That's
on
cute.
4.4 pound Taro crystal boba. Taro boba smoothie.
Taro
Taro
boba's my
boba.
favorite. It's
Are you
delicious.
just gonna? Oh yeah. Oh no.
It is good.
I love lemonade bobas.
There's
with
lemonade
light tea
Okay,
in the
I-
bottom.
I have to
love
ask you
boba.
guys a question about boba tea
Okay.
Yeah.
before we wrap the episode.
Yeah.
Yes. Boba means boobies.
Do you chew it?
Yes.
Yeah. If you get like tapioca boba,
The
yeah.
tapioca
Yeah.
pearls, yeah.
I heard
Yeah.
someone say they just, they just.
What?
How?
You
Like
gotta
I'm
put a
like
ring
I'm
on that
taking a
one.
lot of very tiny
Put
pill. Like
a ring on that one.
that is a person. I just realized that is a person who can chug a boba.
I mean, my thing is like, I mean,
hate
that's
the idea of
thing.
that.
When Roma was like, put a ring on that, I was like, yeah, because that's a throat goat right there.
That's
That's a throat goat right
I was
there.
That's a shot back right there.
Yo, seriously, that's a Hoover. Woo, that's a throat goat. I was just
The
like, 'cause
glizzy gulper.
I'm telling you, because my brain was
They're
immediately like, how you not choking all those? And I was like, no gag reflex. That's a throat goat. Because
Oh wow.
Because I accidentally get one of the bobas in the back of my throat and it feels like it's going to go up into my sinuses. So, truly, I can't. I do the lychees, the lychee bobas. I love those.
Mm-hmm.
Or
The
when they're
brown
shaped like-
sugar ones. The brown sugar ones
Oh.
are really good.
I was
New
at
to
an
me.
overpriced cocktail spot a
Yo?
couple years ago. It's
As
called
you
the it's called the Aviary. If you ever go to Chicago, don't go. It's not worth
Don't.
it. Don't go. Don't go. It's not worth it. Mostly because you're paying for an experience.
Oh, I hate those.
You're paying for an experience. Like the cocktails are cool, but like you're paying for an experience. However, point is that I did get a cocktail that had peach liqueur bobas in the bottom.
Now hold on.
And when I
that's-
tell you I was fucking lit, that's the only like if I could buy peach liqueur bobas.
I would eat them. I would just grab a handful out of them and like
Oh,
while I'm
oh,
hanging
not
out on
as-
the couch, just like
Shot back that
Truly.
shit up.
snacking on them.
truly, I would throat goat those because I was like, I was lit. I was lit.
It's a verb now. We've turned it into a verb.
I throat goated all of those.
You
Like
gotta
I mean,
Kirby it up, man.
truly. Yeah. Like absolutely. Oh
I
man.
feel like we've made our own Tenchi OVA to episode 1 and 2 sort of
Blim,
experience here.
blim, blim.
Oh man. I have this bit. I really would love to see like somebody do like a parody of To Catch a Predator, but with Tenchi Muyo characters.
See,
Am I
that's the funny
wrong?
thing is that they did that
No.
shit. Like they literally sat down after these first two OVAs and was like, Kajishima-san, we can't keep like
Please.
we're gonna put this on television. You have to take this shit out. And then they made a version of it where nobody's related to each other and nobody has weird mommy baby stuff going on. And that's Tenchi
Weird-
Universe, which is
It's
good.
wild.
Okay.
They had to
I
have it
know.
come to
Tenchi
Jesus,
Universe
man.
is good.
Bro, you can't keep doing this, bro.
I know.
Stop.
But it's okay. Look, Tenchi Muyo OVA walked, so Seven Deadly Sins could run. I said it, and now everyone's
Meliodas!
mad at me.
I've never seen this.
Everybody's
Is that a Netflix
mad
one?
at
That's a
me
Netflix
now.
one, right?
Yeah, and
That's
it's
a Netflix
gross.
one.
It's
Yeah,
like
I only know gross things about it. I have never
It's-
really sat down to
the
watch
thing
it.
that really bugs me about it is that it has the potential to be a good anime because like the fights are cool, the concept is dope, like everybody else in the show is actually pretty fucking rad. But the relationship that's Meliodas and Elizabeth starts out so gross. And then they try really hard to like come around about it and like make it not so awful. But I'm like, yeah, but Meliodas.
But you wrote it that way. You did that.
You wrote it that way. You wrote Meliodas.
I never get that. I'm
way.
like, okay, yeah. It's like you will be ashamed of your
right, and then you directed
from the author telling you.
Yeah,
right, and you directed these actors to essentially portray this character this way. Like essentially, the thing is that Meliodas is older than Elizabeth. Elizabeth has no recollection of her past, and it's a curse kind of thing, and he's
overboard.
like gross the whole time. Yes, it's over.
It's a Kurt Russell movie, Overboard.
Yes, it is. It's kind of got Overboard vibes. But there's also like this curse where like she's reborn, and since he's a demon, he never dies, kind of thing. But since he never loses his memory because he never dies, and every time she dies, she loses more and more of herself. He's just like
God.
being gross with this person who literally has no idea who he is and how he relates to her at all. And it's just like, I'm like, okay, so and he needs her to stay that way because the minute that she learns that those two are essentially like him and her are star-crossed lovers, 3 days after that she's supposed to die. That's the curse. And I'm like,
see, again, a lot of writing that you did to get to
but consent
animating
though?
This.
Right. I was like, but consent though. But then you've got like other cool like relationships like Ban and like you've got like
it's very tough. I feel like this is an anime problem, right?
It's huge anime
here's
problem.
a show that has some very neat concepts and characters in it. And then hold on, but before you watch it, let me tell you about the worst thing you're gonna hear today. Let me tell you, actually, you're going to love this. The action, the animation, people have really put work into this. Now, the sex crimes.
I mean, I feel like new anime, and not to shit on some new anime, because there's some new anime that I actually have liked.
Here
like
she
One
goes.
Punch Man. No, because like One Punch Man,
Here come the
I
takes.
even liked. I mean, if it's a take, and I mean, if somebody wants to come for me for this, I'm gonna do what I said I'm gonna do a couple episodes ago. I'm gonna say, why are you talking to me? And I'm gonna mute you and block you. But I mean, no, I threw around, had to cook funny yesterday, and I thought that I pulled my back this morning, dog. But anyway, I didn't. I'm fine. I'm just old. But I think that a thing that a lot of animes these days do, and maybe because we're watching older animes, and maybe I just didn't clock it when I was a kid, and now that I'm older and I'm wiser and I'm sadder and angrier now, there's a whole lot of fan service in animes these days. Like it's like, but how can we make these characters hella sexy like all of the time? And I'm like,
arguably this has been true.
Yes, and that's my thing. I think maybe now it's just like more. That's why I'm like, maybe I just didn't clock it when I was younger, or maybe it's just more overt now that I'm older. I don't know, but like I remember like seeing it constantly. Like I mean, this is a terrible example. High School of the Dead. Nothing but fan service. I am not going to sit there and act like High School of the Dead was not anything
that's
but
the only
fan
thing I've
service.
ever heard about it is that it's too much.
Upskirt shots and
that to me is that's no thanks.
And and it's high school girls, and they're constantly in their school uniforms and all that stuff. And
I gotta say, it's relevant because that is unfortunately the direction that Tenchi ends up going in after the original US run. So like there's the fandom has this huge split between people who like OAV 1-2 universe and Tenchi in Tokyo, and then like we all just stopped. Everything after that we don't pay any attention to. Like they literally made a TV series that was a series of 6-minute episodes that are all advertisements for Okayama Prefecture. Like literally was sponsored by the tourism board of Okayama to make this TV show.
Because it's like because it's like I don't know if it's like the fan service gets more overt, or like the clan is like because that was the thing that really got my goat about Seven Deadly Sins. Is like I would care about this a lot more if you weren't shoving it in my face. Just how much of a boner Meliodas constantly has for Elizabeth. This is a cool concept, but like because we're not hypersexualizing Merlin, who's a woman and is scantily clad and is like awesome all the time. She's like the most powerful sorceress in the land, and her boobies are out. But
Sexy
like,
Lady
whatever.
Merlin?
Sexy Lady Merlin. She's actually fucking cool. She's fucking cool.
Badass.
But you've got to like suffer through like the main character existing to like deal like to get any cool sexy lady sorcerer stuff. So I'm like,
The
So-
bridge
Yeah,
troll between you and an interesting character.
Yeah. I hate it. This is why
Do
I
we
watch
have anything
Yuri on
else
Ice.
on Tenchi? Because I'm coming up on the end of my notes here.
I
Yeah,
threw
I
my
don't have-
phone, so I guess that means I'm
Um,
done.
Let's see.
Yeah, I'm Tenchi'd out.
Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo.
Tenchi. Babies.
Oh, architect does not equal engineer.
No.
Damn, his daddy was
no,
useless.
No, Tenchi's
That was the
dad and
worst repair
grandpa.
job I've ever seen.
They were terrible at that.
I did think the scene with them all hitting themselves was funny.
It was good.
That
That
was
was a
pretty
good
funny.
gag. That was a
I
good
like
gag.
that dad and grandpa are like unified in being useless dipshits. I think
That
that's pretty funny.
weaponized incompetence, baby.
Yeah. It's very true to life, right? When they're like pretending to be really bad at something or just not putting the effort in. It just felt very like, I know these guys. Okay, but that's Tenchi. I think that's Tenchi for today. Okay.
It's all the Tenchi.
That's all the Tenchi we had. And that bell means this week's meeting of the After School Anime Club has come to a close. It's been a pleasure hanging out with you, and if you'd like to follow us online, you can. At Anime Club Pod on Twitter. I'm on Twitter at @MaxNewland_. Oh, wait, hold on. At Anime Club Pod on Twitter. At After School Anime Club on Tumblr. And at After School Anime Club on TikTok. I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
TikTok?
You'll find us.
We apparently have a TikTok. I have no idea.
I haven't done anything with it in a long time. People found us there originally. I'm on Twitter at @MaxNewland_Max. If people want to follow you online, what should they do?
Just find me on Twitter. It's at Max_Tax. Come say hi.
And Stevie?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter under the handle A Smattering on both platforms.
Roma, your podcast, The Hyperfixation, is part of the Moonshot Network, is it not?
Yes, it is. You can find me and Max talking about Tenchi Muyo, me discovering that it exists for the very first time on my podcast. You could find that at the Hyperfix Pod on twitter.com or Tumblr. Either works. We also have a TikTok. I'm still trying to figure out how to do this on TikTok, so Twitter, Tumblr. Let's see. You can find me personally on the internet at I Appreciate Your Butt at the twitter.com. That is IAPPRECI, the number 8 URBUTT. And I just spell it normally on Tumblr, just like I appreciate YOURBUTT, like normal.
Like
yeah,
normal.
like normal.
And if you want... Wait, what was that, Max?
Oh, I was just going to put in a secondary, not a person who's on it pitch for Hyperfixation. It is a
Yeah, it's
a good
wonderful
show.
podcast. If you
Thank
are
you.
looking for things that are tough to get into, I'm going to use the example because I've seen people talking about it for a long time, but Umineko, this visual novel that is very dense and weird, and
Mhm.
I didn't know anything about it, and so
Me
being
neither.
able to go in and have someone who is a pro explain that and tell you where to start something like that it kicks ass. It's a great concept.
Absolutely. I it's really fun too when people come to me with something, and of course my initial instinct's like, I don't know, man, just, I don't know. And then when we finally sit down and talk about it, by the end of it, I'm like, this is all that ever mattered to me in my life. This is everything.
It is fascinating to me when someone is so engrossed in something because there's a reason behind it. People
Yeah.
don't just, there is obviously there's something there. There's a nugget and you can find it.
Absolutely. And that's why I'm about to download all 41 books of Discworld.
Enjoy.
Amazing. I love that.
While in between reading, the thing that you should do, listener, is that if you like our podcast, tell a friend about it. Anime Club Season 2, we're back. We're
Yay.
here. We're doing episodes. We've got Tenchi Muyo, we've got Yu Yu Hakusho, we've got all the stuff you love, and a couple of things that you maybe didn't know about. That's what I'm encountering. And in addition to that, you can also leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcast or your podcast player of choice. And
Yes.
if you leave us one that's funny, I'll read it out loud. I'm actually at my computer. I can look up whether we've gotten reviews.
Oh, he's not hiding in the booth.
Oh, that's
That's right. I'm not hiding
He's
in the
not in
booth
a
anymore.
tiny little box.
I'm not inside a tiny little box that starts to get really warm and smell weird.
Max
got out of the box.
Newland, what if we told you about drinking milk before going into the recording studio?
Don't do it.
We told you that, God's strongest warriors also have tummy aches.
It's true.
We told you this.
And I thank you for your diligence in keeping that in front of mind for me, even though...
No problem. Don't be farting in your own sound booth. You gotta sit in that.
It's tougher than you think.
Don't
to go
judge of
a
yourself.
whole hour, without even one.
Sitting there doing an audible audition in the background, and you go, and you're like,
Now, I don't do it while the recording's going for... No, there's no way you could do that. The microphone's far too sensitive. That's...
You hear everything, man.
You hear everything, there's no...
The pitch.
Thank you for
the
helping me
whistle.
vamp.
you're welcome. Got you.
This funny and charming host with great production quality. They have a great rapport, give fantastic commentary, and also I really love the little trivia games that they create and play in each episode. A must listen. Thank you, Asu68. You're why we
Thank
do
you.
this.
Those are kind words.
Hey.
If you want to be like them, leave a 5-star review. I'll read it on the podcast. But I'm getting a psychic blast. I feel like there's something that the message must not contain.
Is
That's
it-
right. It's chicken-headed shit.
Yeah, it's chicken-headed
None.
shit. Yeah, no chicken-headed shit.
No chicken-headed shit. If you want to be a pigeon head, that's fine. I don't know what that means, but...
Or a parrot head. We love Jimmy Buffett.
We love Jimmy here.
Dude, I just established new podcast lore.
My
I don't want to do that. No.
My favorite construct is that you said it, and then you're like, no, I don't want to be responsible.
Actually,
for
I'm
this.
backing off completely.
Backing off immediately.
Completely away.
Gotta pull a ripcord right away.
They were like, oh no, I don't know. Oh no.
Well,
Oh.
look, thanks again. It's been great. We'll see you at the next one. We're very happy, looking forward to it. Have a great evening. I fucked this whole thing up.
Everyone be safe.
You're
Don't
the
die.
editor. You can just record whatever you want at the end.
Wash your hands,
And you come
cough
in
into
and do
your
it
elbow,
perfect.
and
You
go
can
with
record it in the
God.
booth if you want.
I
Wash
mean,
your
if you want.
hands.
Cough into your elbow.
Take your
Care for your-
vitamins.
Care for baby properly.
Hey,
Look up
listen
a
to
wiki how
yourself.
Yeah.
You
Listen
are
to
not
yourself.
a loser.
Eat food.
Computers.
Computer. Computer.
Get in the dryer.
Don't talk to me.
Trying to move forward, pushing and shoving. People are getting each other's way. But when two lovers find their own magic, nothing else matters, 'cause they know it will stay. And I know somehow I spell will not ever be broken.
You know, Tony,
What's up, Roma?
I want to learn about a lot of shit.
But well, Roma, you don't have the time to learn all of the shit. There's too much shit.
I know.
But you know what?
What?
You could learn more shit in very quick ways.
Yeah?
Yeah. You got a lot of friends, and your friends know shit. And your friends, they could probably just yell shit at you in like 30 to 45 minute intervals, and then you can acquire an approximate knowledge of all of the shit, and then you could know all the things.
But how?
I don't know, probably like a podcast format.
You know what? Yeah, let's do it. You can listen to the Hyperfixation anywhere that you listen to podcasts thanks to the Moonshot Network, and acquire your new Hyperfixation with me.